Hello Year 2 and welcome to your weekly spelling test. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for last week's test because it was only after I watched the video that I realised I'd left out one of the spellings and only given you 9 spellings in your test. To stop me doing that again this week, I've numbered my page so I can remember to do all 10. I wonder if you noticed that the words were split into 2 groups. We had 5 words that all had the suffix ly that changes that into an adverb, slowly, quickly, and we had 5 words with the suffix less on them. Careless, not taking much care, or penniless, not having much money. Our first word today is penniless. My children have been spending all my money during lockdown, so now I am penniless. Penniless. Remember, if you need more time to write the word, pause the video and come back to it when you're ready, but I'm not going to keep reminding you to do that because you know to do that now. So the word is penniless. Now, this is one of those that tricks me because I know how to spell the word penny, but I have to remember that when I add a suffix, my Y becomes an I, and that looks really odd. That doesn't look like the word penny to me. It's only when I add the rest of the word that the word actually looks right. Penniless. Your next spelling is lovely. The weather this week has been lovely. Lovely. This is a nice one to write because most of us love writing the word love. We write it on letters with love from I love you, mummy. I love my little brother. We write the word love a lot, and all we need to do to make it into lovely is put our suffix on the end of it. Ly. Lovely. Our next word is hopeless. Mrs. Gabella forgot one of our spellings last week. She is hopeless. Hopeless. Hope. Less. Without hope. Hopeless. Our next word is badly. I tried to make a cake, but it stuck in the tin. My cooking went very badly. Badly. Another nice one to spell. It's just the word bad. And then we put our ly on the end of it. Badly. Our next word is careless. I dropped the glass because I was careless. I wasn't taking care. I was careless. Care. Less. Remember that if you spell a word wrong, it's not the end of the world. Just correct it and practice it a little bit more. The next word is quickly. I'm going to see how quickly I can write the word. Quickly. Ready, steady, go. Done. The only trouble with writing quickly is that it isn't very neat. Quickly. Did you remember that? Yucky you. That's the one I used to leave out. I always used to forget. When I was little, I always used to forget that you had to have a U after a Q. The next word is happily. I hope you are happily joining in this spelling test. I'm not sure that's a good use of the word happily. I think you are probably happily looking forward to the end of this spelling test. Happily. And just be careful. I'm just going to point to this word here. You remember what we have to be careful of when you write the word happily. Happily. And again, we have to change the y at the end of happy to an I, and that looks very strange. Happy. And then we can add our suffix on the end of it. Happily. The next word is painless. I hope you are finding this spelling test painless, without any pain. Painless. Be careful with the A sound in the pain. Think about which one of our A sounds you need to use. Painless. Painless. Next word is slowly. I am going to write this word slowly. I'm going to lose my spelling test. I am going to write my word slowly. Slowly.
Shall I do it with slow sound effects? Slowly, slowly.
And our last word for today is fearless. I have been watching some programs while we've been off, and I've been watching people who do things that I would never do in my life because they are fearless. They have no fear. People bungee jumping or taking motorbikes up mountains and jumping scares me a lot, but I have a lot of fear, so I am not fearless. So our last word is fearless. These people who ride their bikes on mountains are fearless. 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 How did you do today? Now, this week, because I've been having to practice my words, especially the ones where we changed the Y to an I was trying to come up with some more ideas on ways that I could practice my spellings. So, I started off trying to do bubble writing, and that went a bit wrong. So I ended up just writing the word and decorating it. And then I tried doing my bubble writing again. Now, I'm not very good at bubble writing. So what I did is I used a pencil to just write the letters, and then I used my pen to go round them to make the bubbles. I also wrote my words in a spiral. That's quite good fun. I kept having to move the paper though and getting a bit confused with where I was. In the end, I did it on the floor because it was much easier to move my piece of paper around the floor than it was to move it around my table. Then I practiced them by drawing a flower and putting my words on the leaves. I was thinking about other things that you could do that with as well, maybe like a tree with branches and you could have the words on branches. I was trying to think of what other pictures, like I was thinking about a spider and doing the words for his legs, but he only has 8 legs and I needed 10 spellings. I'll have to think about that one a bit harder, or maybe you can come up with a solution for that one for me. And the last one I did was I tried writing my words. They're all capital letters, but I tried doing it so that I only used straight lines. So I could do all my turns like we've been learning about in maths. So I was doing my quarter turns. I look forward to seeing you next time for our next test. Goodbye, Year 2.